Today I'm at Walmart and I'm gonna show you the healthy grocery list you need to start getting when you come here that's $100 and less. Alright, so we just got into Walmart and I think the first thing that we're gonna get since we got here is some avocados. Okay, avocados are gonna be good for some fats that you want to keep in your diet. I like to go with the darker, not so greenish ones. Most of these are kind of green. 56 cents each. So I like to get, maybe since they are small, maybe about 5 or 6 of them. And you know, as you go on through the week, they should ripen up and they'll be soft. So maybe 1 or 2 good ones that are ready to eat, and then the rest you can get green because they do take maybe 2 or 3 days to ripen. These are pretty good right here. Now we just need to find a bag. And we got $100 to spend, okay? So we got a $100 budget, and I think it's more than enough than what we're gonna have for the week. Chicken and rice has been my go-to lunch lately. Sometimes potatoes, if I cook them. So we got potatoes right here. I like to go with some sweet potatoes. I like to eat that with ground beef. So you can get some organic sweet potatoes right here. These are 78 cents per pound. Okay, 78 cents per pound. So I maybe get, you know, depending on the size, 3 or 4. And these are probably coming out to like $3 or $4. We're gonna go with 4 sweet potatoes. And these are good carbs right here to keep you fueled up. All right, guys. And I've been getting some bread lately for my morning avocado toast. That's what I like eating in the morning with eggs. So this is a sliced sourdough that I get, and it's only 90 calories per slice. Now, if you're maybe trying to get some bread for weight loss, this is probably not the best way to go. But since I am eating it in the morning before I work out, this is the bread that I like going with. So about $5 for this sliced sourdough bread. It's made fresh, and we're at $5. So let's see, we're gonna calculate before we get off track how much we have so far. So we have $3.50 for the avocados.
78
plus
a pound for the sweet potatoes.
About, let's say $5 for the sweet potatoes. I don't think it's that much, but that's, and then another $5
for the bread.
For the bread. So we're at $13.50, maybe about $15 so far with this. And yeah, let's keep it going. All right, guys, next on our list is gonna be some bell peppers. About $3 for this whole pack, so not too bad. And this is gonna help you keep fiber in your diet. When you're eating ground beef, when you're eating chicken, dinner, you can pair this up. And yeah, this is a great addition to add to your grocery list. So we're about $18 right now. Let's continue to shop. So here I like to get frozen fruit because it does last longer and it doesn't go bad so quickly. And I usually go to Sam's, but today we're at Walmart and they don't really have too many options to choose from. So I usually go with either blueberries or a mix of strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Today, all I see is a big bag of blueberries, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with. They don't have the big bags of strawberries. If not, I would get it. So right here, this big bag of blueberries is gonna be about $8. So we can add this, and this is great to go with your shakes, to go with, you know, a snack. If you wanna mix it in with some Greek yogurt, this is perfect that you need to get. Walmart is so different than shopping at Sam's like I usually do. And sometimes you find better stuff here. Maybe a little bit cheaper. You know, you don't have to get so many things in bulk. So let's see. Now we're gonna go with some ground beef. Ground beef is something that I like to keep in my diet. I don't like to stick to chicken all week. I like to get that creatine from ground beef and just some of those fats. So I like to go with 90-10 or 93.7, whatever they have. So we can look and see what kind of things they got here. I see this 3 pounds of 93.7 ground beef. It's not grass-fed. It's gonna be a little bit more leaner, not as much fat. So if you're trying to lose weight and if you're trying to keep the calories a little bit more lower, this is what you're gonna go with. So we got about $22 for 3 pounds of some 93.7 ground beef. So let's see what we're at now. So we were at $13.50, and now let's add in our bell peppers, which was about $3. And then we're gonna add in our ground beef, which is about $22, sorry, $22. Then we're gonna add in our blueberries, which are about $8. And right there, we're already at 46, almost $50. So we're halfway there. And now let's keep going. Maybe we can grab some chicken. Maybe we can grab some other things that we run into right now. Now, the thing about Walmart is they have all the whole foods right here on the edges of the store. So we came down to the chicken, and I like to go with chicken breast, chicken thighs. I like to switch it up sometimes, but skinless is what I like to stick to, okay? So right here, they have a big pack of chicken breast for about $10, okay? Not too bad. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in there. So, you know, this is not a bad price. $2.67 per pound. It's obviously gonna be cheaper than the ground beef. So I think we might get 2 of these packs right here. So right there, we're about $55, maybe 60. So I'm gonna get another thing of chicken thighs, skinless, and this is gonna be almost the same price, $10, $11. All right, and this is gonna have plenty of chicken thighs, skinless. So this is a great addition to add to your diet. And I think now we're at like about 65, $70. 65, $70 with that. So let's keep it going. Okay, now guys, I'm not gonna get any Greek yogurt today, but when I do get my Greek yogurt, I usually go with the Chobani non-fat plain Greek yogurt. So it's gonna have 90 calories and 16 grams of protein per serving, okay? So non-fat plain Greek yogurt is what I like to go with. Obviously, if you get the whole milk Greek yogurt, then it might have a little bit more calories, coming out to 170 with only 15 grams protein. So the non-fat Greek yogurt is what I aim for. And you don't have to get this brand. You can go with the Oikos down here, which is gonna have 25 grams of protein, 0 added sugar, and it's gonna be plain. So that's a good option right there. And they have plenty of different brands that you can choose from. Like I said, that's just the one that I choose when I choose some Greek yogurt, but today we don't need it. We already stocked up on it on the past week. So let's continue to go. So next, we're coming up to the eggs. And I like to go with the pasture-raised eggs. I don't really do the white eggs. I like to go with the pasture-raised eggs because they are not fed grains. They're out in the pasture. They have a little bit more area to roam. So we can go with these eggs right here. And there's no price on these. I'm sure they're like $9. You know, they are expensive. And especially here at Walmart, they're gonna be a little bit more pricier. We usually go to Sam's, like I said, but today we're here at Walmart. And they're pretty large. I mean, they're pretty large. Look at that egg. So these are the ones you want. These are the ones I'm getting. Like I said, they're gonna be expensive. They're gonna be pricier, but if you want some good health and if you wanna keep the quality foods, then that's what it's gonna cost. All right. Let's see what else. Let me look at my list here. So right now, we're at about 75 plus the eggs, about another 10. So about $85, everything that we got in our cart. Sweet potatoes, avocados, bell peppers, 2 packs of chicken, 3 pounds of ground beef, blueberries, some sourdough bread, and some pasture-raised eggs. So let's keep this grocery haul going. Sometimes I drink milk, sometimes I don't. And when I do get milk, I like to go with some whole milk. That's just me personally. It does well with my gut. So the one that I use is usually some A2 milk, but I don't see it here. So I think I'm just gonna go with this grass-fed whole milk. This is gonna be the one that I get, the one that works with my gut, and it's about $7 for half gallon. So we're about 95 bucks right here, more or less. And I think that's it. All right guys, now notice I didn't really spend too much time inside the aisles. I mainly stuck to the edges of the store. I got fruit in the beginning when I walked in, And then I got the meat on the side of the store. And then I went to the eggs and to the dairy. And that's basically where I stuck to. These are all the necessities that I need throughout the week. Obviously, you know, if you want to drink some Diet Coke, if you want to get some waters, beverages of that sort, it's going to be a little bit more extra maybe. But this is mainly what I eat throughout the week. This is what helps me stay on track. This is what helps me feel good and keeps me energized. So I hope this video actually helps you get a better understanding of what you can get to keep it in a budget-friendly zone and to help you make results on your weight loss journey, on your fitness journey, you know, whatever your goal is. I hope this video helps you get to that next level. All right, so we're gonna add up everything, make sure we're on track for $100 to prove to y'all that I'm not lying. Right there, we're at 21 bucks. $43. And that's our protein. Dozen eggs, so about 7 bucks. A little cheaper than I expected. Got our blueberries, our sourdough bread. Then we got our sweet potatoes, which we probably need to look up.
Oh,
Yeah, these are it. So we got five avocados. So we're only at 77 bucks. There you go, $77, keeping it under $100 budget. And this is definitely gonna help me be on track for the week. Now the fun part, we pay. I trust you, I just, you know. All right, there we go, it's official.